Hi, my name is Mitch.
And I'm Stephanie, and we're from Foundations, which is a project with Enactus St. Mary's. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about finding our inner entrepreneur and how you guys can find your inner entrepreneur.
What Foundations plans on doing in the next year or so is helping develop the next generation of business leaders in Nova Scotia through interactive workshops and on various management skills throughout high schools. I think what gives us the advantage over many, just taking a business course in high school is the fact that we give the students the chance to demonstrate what they have learned, not just in an academic sense, but more of an applied sense, giving real-world situations and giving them chances to present what they have learned to us. One of the biggest things that we are planning on doing this year is a competition where they can pitch an idea for a business to a panel of judges. I think it's a great way for them to expand that entrepreneurial mindset, and we're really excited to help instill that in the business leaders in the future.
So Mitch, why don't you tell me a little bit about how and when you decided to become an entrepreneur?
All right. Well, to me, entrepreneurship is like an entrepreneurial mindset is creating your own opportunity throughout amidst like a scarce environment, and seeing a need and filling the need, and putting the work in to make your idea a reality. And with us, I think that for Mitch, Dane, and I, where we started Foundations, we kind of it's something that we all really cared about. It was something that we all take a very big interest in the Nova Scotia economy, and we want to succeed. Of course, like me being from Nova Scotia, I really want to see my home province, pick itself up a little more.
Mm-hmm.
So Stephanie, why don't you tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial experience and why you wanted to become an entrepreneur?
Sure, Mitch. So I've started a few companies, and part of that drive for me was the desire to run my own schedule, be my own boss. I've always wanted to sort of have that freedom to go with a project I'm feeling passionate about at that moment and sort of run with it. And there's a variety of aspects involved in running your own company, so I like to think of myself as a bit of a multi-talented person, so that ability to go through and work on different aspects of a project is very appealing to me. And also, similarly to you, I see that need in Nova Scotia right now for entrepreneurs, for new economic stimulus, so that's part of my drive as well.
I think that communication is something that is not too much, isn't very well planned, and I think it's something that is one of the most important things about being an entrepreneur, is being able to communicate with your coworkers, with your workforce, with potential clients, and with investors. It's so important to be able to go up there and pitch your idea, because ideas are a dime a dozen, and you can have one of the best ideas out there. But if you're not able to effectively communicate that and present your views to those people, your message may come across a little shaky, and it may not be as well put together as you may think.
How do you stay happy and find your passion as an entrepreneur?
I think that starting a business, like, the passion is instilled in you right from the beginning. Starting off as an entrepreneur, you are your company. You, like, a lot of companies start off, like, with one person, with one employee, and in a lot of ways, like, your company's purpose aligns with your own.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if those two align very well, I think that it's a more fulfilling experience running your own business. I know that with Foundations, what makes me happy is that I know that I'm making a difference in the province, and even if you reach just one person, it's still fulfilling that you impacted that one person. So, having that emotional investment in your business is such a good motivator. All right, so Steph, you said that you run a couple businesses. How do you manage that work-life balance?
So obviously, when you start out as a new entrepreneur, you're putting your entire self into your business. You're committing all your time. But it's also very important to balance that with your life, because if you don't, you might burn out. You might find that you lose your passion for the thing you had most passion for in the beginning. So a few tips and problems that new entrepreneurs face when they're trying to balance work and life is that in the beginning, it's hard to get started. You're facing a wall. So how do you sort of rise up against that? Also, when you get going, you're taking on too many responsibilities and also existing things going on in your life that take away from your focus. And also, when you face that, first challenge or that first failure, how do you come against that and rise up again? So, getting started sort of is very intimidating, like you mentioned. You're facing a huge challenge. You have all these tasks laid out. So I think it's important to sort of come at it one step at a time. Even if you can do one little thing that will improve your business and get it going, that's better than thinking you can't do any of it. Also, once you get going, you're going to be very busy, so you'll have a lot of responsibilities. So when you look at your life and you see how many other things you're going on, maybe you need to cut down on those a little and focus on your business. And also, there is just a lot of responsibilities involved with running a new business, so asking people for help, there's no shame in that. To ask people maybe who have more skill, more experience for their advice and even their help in working on something. And also, when you face that first failure or that huge challenge, instead of getting discouraged by it, you need to realize that everybody faces challenges, everybody has failures, and how you come back and how you learn from that is the most important part.
All right, so you just talked about time management. Is there anything that you could suggest to the future entrepreneurs to help them more effectively manage their time?
Yeah, sure. One activity that I really enjoy working on and help me focus on, making the most of each of my days is the 168-hour audit, which is basically there's 168 hours in a week, and how you spend those hours. Often we don't take account for that. So, you sleep, you eat, but also how much time do you spend on Facebook? How much time are you wasting potentially that you could focus on something you care about? So basically go through your week once and write down the time you spent on each of your activities. So sleeping, eating, like I said, everything. And then go through that week again and put your hours for how much time you'd like to spend studying or, working on your new project. And when you sort of compare those two, you'll be able to see you have a lot more time in your week to work on that than you thought. So, just to recap, when you're trying to find your inner entrepreneur, remember to focus on your passion, communicate properly with potential clients, stay happy, and balance your work and your life by following the 168-hour audit.